welcome back. I am now with Paul Waller. Paul,
good to see you.
Good to see you. And of course, all you Music Gallery fans that were at our road show back in, I think it was end of September, October, you were there, and it was a blast. I mean,
oh man,
what a huge success! And I don't know how many guitars we spun off at your building. I think I bet that a couple of these might even be for our customers.
I thought it would be suitable for us to maybe shape some of the necks that are going to be headed to your store.
Nice. And when we were talking last week before I came out here, one of the things that is so important to you and one of the things you really enjoy doing is that. I mean, the neck is that's the key to you. It's like, you know, as you were telling me.
Yeah, it's, you know, to me, it's like that's where the player is most connected to the guitar, physically.
Sure.
And then, you know, the better that this tool feels in your hand, obviously, the better you feel like you're playing. So that's all really, really important to me, the playability and the shape of the neck. So specifically, you know, the era of guitar, this being a mid-60s Strat neck, I want to shape the volutes kind of how they would in that era. Okay. So typically, this was a 50s Telly neck. These would be really soft and really rounded over, and then as the years got later and later, they did less softening, and I'm probably speeding up the process of manufacturing. They did less to it. So plus they used some different machines back then to do the rough back shaping on the necks, and that would cause the volutes to be shaped the way that they are. So I'm going to go out there and do a mid-60s and a 50s, and kind of show you the difference between the two and how I like to do it, and why it's so important to me.
Cool. Well, we'll follow you. How about it?
I'm just going to draw a few lines.
Okay.
And then head out there.
This is going to be exciting.
So I used to have templates for all this stuff, but you know, after you do it for a couple of decades, you get kind of eyeball it.
Do it in your sleeve.
Yeah, and you know, they were all hand-shaped necks, so that no two were identical anyway. They didn't come off any machinery, so I know the basic shapes where I'm going to start off with, and then just kind of rough it out, and then I'll do a final shape over here on the bench.
I'm going to put my glasses on as we go through the smells just like when George is shaving a bone nut. You probably won't be able to hear us speak, so we'll just let you watch.
Kind of the rough shape. Yeah. And then, you know, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 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 That'll be the rough shape of the 50s. I'll do the less soft 60s. The other things that's really important to me is when you get into this taller fret wire, you don't want to bevel it too much, otherwise you get the roll off of the string, you know. That's kind of problematic on the Fenders when they got the skinny nut width and the, you know, the kind of wide ridge string. And so I always make sure that when I fret these, I keep the ends nice and straight up and down, and I'm just going to put a slight bevel on them. Just to break the edge off a little bit, and then by the time I corner the fret, we don't have that problem with the string rolling off of the tall fret wire. So you can see it's just a very slight bevel, nothing too crazy. On the vintage wire, you can get away with a heavier bevel because it's not so tall. But when you get into this taller stuff, you start to lose real estate as you get up into the atmosphere with the fret wire. So it's something else I like to do, make sure that the playability is still really good on a tall fret wire. This being 6105 on a 9.5-inch radius.
And that's a very popular stuff.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do a little final shaping and then sanding at the bench.
Fun to watch.
And so going to blend the last little bit of the sandpaper lines with a rough sheet paper.
And this process, this is just to get the volute.
This is just the volute, yeah. This has nothing to do with really the back shape or anything. This is just the final when you're up in the lower section. Plus, when you look at the guitar, it looks more like an original.
Right.
Which is important when it's kind of what we're selling. You know, we're selling this original Fender relic guitar. It's supposed to look and feel like how it did in the 60s.
Like the original one. Yeah. Sure.
So I always tell people how cool would it be if you could roll up to the Chevy factory and order like a 69 Camaro, but with all the modern appointments of like an LS engine with fuel injection. And
yeah, that's basically what we have here.
Yeah. So it's not we're in a pretty good place to have this sort of thing going on here. We can make these cool, basically retro products, and then package them as new with tags. So that's the next step.
Nothing against the production of those guitars. I mean, they're wonderful things. They're made just steps from here. This kind of attention to detail just doesn't exist in that guitar. When players come up, walk in the store, and they ask me, like, why is this Masterbuilt guitar, priced so high?
Right.
What we're watching you do is are steps that aren't taken in production line. This is something that is can only be done by hand. It's not a production line, assembly line type process.
That's correct. And we take great pride in each builder takes great pride in making sure that they shape these things the way that they want. And I know I do. So that's great.
Wow.
It's kind of like shaving, there's grain direction.
Yeah. All right.
And then I've got my sanding block with my animal grit.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Look at that.
taking shape.
That's great. Wow.
And then I'll do a final sand with a 220 grit before it gets its lacquer bath. So
That's
you
great.
can see that the 50s is really softened. You pick up a vintage guitar, you'll see that these are really wiped out. Not sharp, defined lines, but actually they kind of disappear into the loop. That's kind of what I'm aiming for.
That's great. Wow.
As you get later on into the 60s, they start to sharpen up a little bit.
Yes. Yes. I can see
So
that.
I'm kind of replicating that there. This would be a 60. No, this is a 72 bullet.
Okay.
Sometimes they were actually really sharp, but tick off a little bit. I mean, that's kind of the stage, you know, from soft to kind of sharp.
Well, that's wonderful. Wow. I had no idea there was that much like time and detail that you spend just on that one little area. Yet that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
just one step.
Yeah. Wow. Well, hey, Paul, thanks so much for sharing that one little step, which is huge and very time consuming, but so important
Yeah.
in the guitar.
Yeah. My pleasure.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. And keep up the good work. We can't wait to see more of your guitars in the shop.
Oh, thanks, sir.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.